Located on the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado is a major metropolis with a population of 2.8 million people as of 2011. Surrounded by suburban communities, Denver forms a major hub of business, shopping, and entertainment, and traffic. Stop-and-go traffic during rush hour puts the biggest stresses on a car, dramatically impacting the vehicle's performance and lifespan. Add to this the climate and weather conditions in Denver, which can further punish a car, inside and out. Making sure that a car is well maintained is a top priority in order to get every mile possible out of it. But sometimes a car just won't cooperate, and a Denver driver finds him or herself needing a reliable replacement vehicle before he or she is ready to pay for one. Compounding the problem, the driver may be struggling with poor credit, either due to having little or no credit history or some financial difficulties that have pushed the person's credit score down into the subprime range. If the need for transportation won't wait, there are sensible paths to bad credit car loans in Denver. Lender versus dealership has been a contentious subject among experts in the lending field, and the battle continues to go on. Lenders do one thing, and that is lending money. Dealerships only do one thing, and that's selling cars. Who can do a better job of making car loans to people with bad credit? The logical answer is a lending institution, and many economists, financial advisors, etc. tend to steer people towards banks and lending companies, in particular, those businesses with which they have accounts. In theory, seeking a loan through one's own bank offers the advantage of financing through an institution that has an existing relationship with the borrower. The bank knows what the borrower has in the way of savings, checking accounts, and other assets, along with the knowledge of that person's income, payment, and spending habits. In spite of a bad credit rating, the bank may be more likely to approve a car loan if that borrower's other finances indicate that he or she can afford to pay off the loan. A further advantage of going through the bank is that having the money borrowed available before going to the dealership to buy the car gives the borrower a clear limit as to how much he or she has to spend making the purchase of a car, a rational decision and not an emotional one. Often cited as a more expensive way to finance a car, using the dealership's car loan department has certain advantages over banks in that it has access to multiple lending companies as well as financing options available directly from car manufacturers. Some consumer advocates have seen this as giving a cost-effective avenue for getting bad credit car loans with interest rates that don't seem punitive to the borrower. This doesn't mean that the borrower won't attempt to sell a more expensive car to the potential borrower in the process of financing a bad credit car loan, but it does mean that the loan itself won't be a deal calculated to break the borrower. Dealerships financing is another facet of the sales team, and they will do what's best for the business first. But the borrower isn't prisoner to the conditions presented to him or her off the bat. Instead, it's the responsibility of the borrower to negotiate over the loan with as much enthusiasm as he or she would use in the purchase of the car itself. The car dealership's lending department has the ability to bend, and ideally, both the borrower and dealership can reach a car loan agreement that is mutually beneficial. Denver's growing number of car dealerships and lending companies leave the consumer seeking bad credit car loans with many options. From the internet to the car lot, a consumer in need of a car and the financing to cover it can find a bad credit loan option that fits within his or her budget without excessive interest rates, or having to resort to buying a car that won't reliably get that person from point A to point P. Because more consumers are seeking bad credit car loans in Denver, there is a good selection of lenders willing to meet the needs of those consumers. Federal Auto Loan. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, all good.